Hello, my name is Saskia, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. My plan last time was to pledge myself to the princess, because that was an option at some point, and I thought it was in the first chapter, but I guess it's not. So, yeah, I didn't get the chance to do that, and now I'm in a chapter called The Prisoner. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can still, pledge myself to her. I don't know.
You're here to slay her.
Yes, I know.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, who's with me? Oh, I thought I would hear another voice. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Yeah, he forgot.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Yeah, I did try to get her out, because I thought then maybe I can, pledge myself to her. But, yeah, it still ended with me dying.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah, I don't think there's a point in asking that. I'm just gonna go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes, we know.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Yeah.
Don't believe a word she says.
At least the cabin actually looks like a cabin.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
Well, they're just voices. I can't see them.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Oh?
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
It kind of looks like, I think what's in the tower, or it kind of looked similar to this, I think.
The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It's an interesting table.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna go to it, wipe it clean, and I'm not gonna see anything. So, okay, but do I take the blade or not? I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna take it. Or do I take it? I'm not gonna take it.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade.
Oh, okay.
We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she... I don't know, turns it against us. Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yeah, it's not like that just happened.
Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Yeah, or maybe we drop it.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex.
Oh.
We take the knife as we go.
Alright.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
True.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Okay.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Yes. I think.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Yeah, that's new.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah. But what did that hold?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. I'm gonna sit with her. I don't know.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Okay.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Oh, okay. This is really new.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Is there something gonna come up behind me? Like something else? I'm just gonna sit here.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Well... I'm gonna ask this. My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
I don't know at the moment.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Ew.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You know what I've seen so far? She probably would.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Okay, story-wise, this would be the next question, but I also want to ask that. I'm gonna go this way first. How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is in a shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do?
Good question.
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask this because I don't want this question to go away, and depending on what I say to her, it might, and I really want to ask. That other chain on the wall, who is it for? Oh, it's for me.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Although... inspecting it would mean that I have to get closer. There are so many options. I can slay her, I can leave her, I can cut her out, I can give her the weapon. I'm gonna inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will.
Yeah.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Okay, maybe this was a bad idea.
But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Yeah.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
Oh.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
I mean, inspecting wouldn't mean to put it on. That's okay.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Great.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
I guess so. Oh.
Yes.
Prison of the mind. Okay.
So it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Okay, and also, I thought the door would be here. Like, right in front of her.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Okay. Yeah. Did you know that this was going to happen to me?
No.
So, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Great conversation. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
What should we do? Okay. So I guess we wait in silence.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
I mean, eventually they might send someone else to slay her.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Yeah.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Oh?
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Was the first change that it took a moment till the narrator started talking? Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
It's not small talk, it's a question.
Still rude.
Okay.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, and watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Maybe whatever power she has, we're like in its vicinity.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass. Until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Oh. He got quiet.
And?
Oh.
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Well...
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Yeah. It's the long quiet. Oh, but that was fast. But you do not get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Yeah, I know where she is.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I'm gonna approach the mirror because I already know. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
It's not.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The remains you've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Okay.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Oh, there's so much. I find it interesting that the entity is holding her like this. I think I'm gonna pause here. I think I'm gonna talk to the entity next time. I don't know. I wanna talk to her a little more. Maybe. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, or anything else, you can leave that down in the comment section. And I hope you have a wonderful day.